Welcome to the Mac Besties podcast, where four lifelong best friends share the laughs, lessons, and love that come with navigating life in our 40s. From career triumphs and challenges to juggling family, friendships, and everything in between, we're here to bring you candid conversations, a dash of wisdom, and a whole lot of fun. Whether you're catching up on your commute, folding laundry, or sipping your favorite drink, consider this your new favorite hangout. So grab a seat and join us. We've saved you a spot.
Well, do you guys want to just jump in?
Happy 2025.
It's been a few weeks.
We're 12 days in. 12 days in.
And the last time we recorded was before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas was exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, Patrick and I went to Pittsburgh for Christmas for the Chiefs game, and that was a lot of fun. Everybody was super nice. Most everybody was super nice. The stadium was cool. They have history everywhere, so we took photos, and we had fucking amazing seats. Like right by, I tried so hard to get on TV, but I didn't. It was on Netflix, which kind of sucked, but it was fine.
You were in a good spot for that, though. We saw the pictures, and you guys were right behind that Netflix desk.
We were right behind it, but I don't think it
far
ever
up.
panned over to where I was in the shot. So, away games are so different. And so, I'm that fan that nobody likes because I'm screaming and I'm hollering and like I have to be my own commentator, like first down and touchdown, because they're not yelling that stuff. They're not announcing that shit at other people at the home stadium. So I'm that girl. And the guys behind us were giving Patrick shit. They're like, does she have to come back? Like, I went to get beer and they scored. And of course, I was not there to hoop and holler and shit. And they're like, does she have to come back? And Patrick's like, yeah, she's coming back. And this is happening. But they ended up being super cool and took a picture with one of the guys. It was funny. It was fun. Most everybody was cool. There was a couple douches, but Pittsburgh, shout out. It was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I had Christmas with my mom, and that was really good. We got to see all the littles, and that's fun. We stayed at this cute little Airbnb in Missouri when seeing Patrick's family. That was fun. I guess technically I really don't have much leading up to that because then I got home and I was sick and had bronchitis and boo.
But here you are now.
But here I am now, and it's been a great week, full week back to work. Getting shit done around here, getting our bathroom taken care of. The fucking tile people come tomorrow, and I'm so excited. Like, there's no vanity, there's no mirror, there's no toilet. Like, it is a shell. And I'm so excited for the tile and everything to be laid because then I'm gonna have to paint and buy new countertops and yeah, figure it all out. So I need some help. I do not have the creative mind. I'm hoping when the tile gets put in that I'll have some ideas. But yeah.
You just send me a picture of them and I can help you pick out a color, what will go best with it. I'm all about that.
I will definitely do so because I'm just excited to see what's there. Like, I think I have an idea of what's there, but like until it's in, I just don't know. So, but I'm
Send
excited
April
to
your
see
budget.
it. What's that?
Send April your budget, your tile, the color, and she's got you from there.
I do.
I feel like at this point, budget is kind of out the window. Like, I just got to get the bathroom done.
There you go, April.
All right, I'm on it. Let's do this.
we saved the vanity, so if we need to, we could just paint it and restore it and put it back in. Um, but yeah, I'm thinking I want two mirrors instead of one big mirror. I don't like the ugly silver medicine cabinet, but I like the idea of some type of shelving there or something because you need that. But
Do you want your shelving like you want it to be closed, or are you open?
potentially,
Oh,
it doesn't necessarily have to be. But the other thing is, like, I need an area for like towels, like not wet towels necessarily, but
well, I don't
like
keep
a
my wet
basket of
towels anywhere.
towels, but like a basket of fresh towels
Oh,
somewhere because there's not any like storage. There's not like a linen closet inside this master bath. Like it's just all. So I was thinking of trying to figure that out in the vanity area. Like have it be like a standalone and have area on both sides or one side that anyway, there's a lot of things going through my head, but yeah, I'll send you some photos once the tile's in. Hoping
yeah.
like Wednesday or Thursday that'll be done. Um, and that'll be ready. So that's what I'm focusing on for now is getting that shit done. My mom comes on January 31st. We're probably not going to have it all done to where it's ready to go, but it would be nice if we could. So we'll see. I think that pretty much does it for now for me. Yeah.
How long is your mom staying?
My mom's here for a week.
Oh,
I'm, it's funny because it's like different. Like she just wants to come and like hang out, which isn't necessarily something we do, but um I'm also down for it. Like I'm working, like I didn't really take any time off work, so she'll just be hanging out with Hog. Patrick works. He's off Tuesday and Wednesday when she's here. Um, but Wednesday, I think we're going to Waste Management, the Phoenix Open golf tournament thing, which I'm excited I get to take her to that. I think she'll enjoy that. So, yeah. I'm also going to the Post Malone Jelly Roll concert in Denver in June. Um, that was kind of like a Christmas present to myself. Um, Aaron and Roman and I and Patrick's not going, but we're going to Jelly Roll and Post Malone.
that's awesome.
So
Fun. Where are
I'm
they
excited.
playing?
In Denver. I don't know for
Is
sure.
it inside, outside?
I would have to look.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember. Um,
Like Ball Arena's one thing, but Red Rocks is another. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not Red Rock.
that's too bad because that would be cool.
Yeah, not Red
I'm
Rock.
thinking it might be at Broncos Stadium, but
It
I'm not
might be.
sure.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. That sounds more like it. I know it's not Red Rocks because yeah, like I need to see a concert at Red Rocks at some point. And I've looked a couple times and I'm like, there's nothing necessarily that I'm like dying to go see, so I just haven't, but um that was kind of like a planned Christmas gift to go there and do that with the Romans. So I'm excited to do that. And Patrick's going to Wisconsin in a couple weeks to see Tim. And I'm kind of excited about that because I like alone time. And I like that Patrick is doing things
Is he
with
going to be gone long
friends.
enough to invest in some heels?
Ew, no.
Oh,
I said ew. I shouldn't have said ew, but
dang it. You
No
tried, Patrick.
heels.
yeah, no, not quite long enough, but time for me to get shit done that I don't know. It's just easier for me to get shit done when he's not here. Um, but yeah, watched a bunch of football. Um, I excited to play the Texans in Arrowhead next week and win that and move on. So
All right.
that's my update.
Well, I had a great Christmas. I went back home and saw my parents, and my sister flew in from Boston, so it was nice to see her. It's now I only see her at 4th of July or Christmas, so it's nice. My aunt and uncle came down from Minnesota and was down for a couple days, so I got to see Uncle Frank and Aunt Sue. And we made homemade pasties one day, which I love pasties. You guys don't know what a pasty is? No? Oh.
I need
So
to know
it's
more about that.
it's like a big calzone, but inside it's got hamburger meat and potatoes and carrots and onions. And so back in the day, the coal miners, the UP, the wives would make them, and the coal miners would wrap them in tinfoil and keep them in their armpits while they worked during the day. So then that way at lunchtime, they would have a warm meal. So, and it was hearty. It's all in one. And so, yeah, it's like dough. And my sister made homemade dough, but then we also got the Pillsbury pie crust dough and used some of that, but so good. I went shoe shopping. I got myself new shoes, which I'm super excited about. And then this week we've been home most of the time because it snowed. We got 6.5 inches of snow. That was after we got like 2 inches of ice the 2 days before that, and snow and sleet. And so I did lots of deep cleaning. I cleaned my closet out. I had 2 garbage bags full of trash and 3 bags full of clothes and shoes that I was getting rid of. So then I decided that I wasn't going to stop there. So I went to the bathroom. Then I decluttered my bathroom, and the bottom drawer, just shit that I haven't even like touched in years. I fucking threw that away. And so I was like, while I'm on a roll, let's go to the game closet. And so I cleaned the game closet out and just shit that didn't have all the pieces and was all, why are we keeping this? Like, not even. I found notebooks from like Miles's last year or the year before school. Like, why am I holding on to this? An empty pencil case, an empty box. There's nothing in it, but we're holding on to this empty box. No, I threw that away. So it was nice. And then what else? Oh, we went sledding, and that was my highlight of the week. So we have a nice, pretty good size hill behind the middle school. And the first day that Miles and I went by ourselves, we only had one sled. So I was like, you go, and the kids built this ramp out of snow at like towards the bottom of the hill. And so these high schoolers are just hitting this ramp and getting air. Well, I'm not even joking. There was these 2 high schoolers, this one who was wearing an 80s snow outfit, like bright pink, yellow, green, like everything that you would, with a trash bag over it. And his friend was wearing a trash bag too, and they only had one sled. So they were taking turns using the sled, and the other person was just running and sliding down the hill. So of course, Miles was like, why are they wearing trash bags? And I was like, oh yeah, dude, I took a trash bag when I was in middle school. That's how I sledded. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you get pretty fast with those, So yesterday when we went, there was these boys that were his age. They had actually snow tubes, and they were going down and hitting this ramp. And so they were letting Miles use the snow tube. Well, the other times Miles was on this plastic disc snow sled going down, and the first couple times, he's on his butt and he hits it and he gets in the air and lands. I'm like, oh, his tailbone has got to hurt, you know? Well, the third time he goes down on his stomach and the boys are down there waiting for him. And he freaking gets air, does a somersault, kicks one boy in the face and knocks the other one down. It was like a bowling pin effect. Like, and of course I'm like, oh, whose kid is that? You know, and everybody's just looking at me like, but it was a good time. We had a lot of fun. I went down a couple of times, but let me tell you, climbing that hill the second time, I can't do it. Like, I needed a cigarette afterwards.
And an oxygen mask at the same time.
Yes, man, getting old sucks. Not like, and those kids are just running up the hill like it's nothing, and I'm like snarling like I'm a beast.
You are a beast. You made it up that hill twice.
Fucking A, man. Fucking A.
Yeah.
I didn't see too many other moms that were doing it. So I think I deserve a gold star for the week.
You're a rock star mom.
Oh, yeah. After the second time, I was like, I don't think I should push my luck. I don't want to hurt my back. I mean, I've been down there at the bottom of the hill. Like, I can't get up. But yeah, it was a good time. And then, like I said, today, I just picking up and laundry and grocery shopping and getting ready for the week. Back to reality. Miles said, do I have school tomorrow? I said, yeah, but it's time to go back. And he's like, why? It's like, because the weather's not bad. And he's like, it's snowing. And it's like sunny out. Like, so I'm like, no, it's not. It's not snowing. You're going back to school. But yeah, that was
over.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my update.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. I had a pretty low-key Christmas and New Year's. This is the second year in a row I made it to midnight, and I noticed that. Like, I've been going to sleep well before midnight for quite a while. And these past couple of years, I'm like, I'm up. I made it. Happy New Year. But Cody came home for a couple days, again, super low key. We ate really good food. And I worked a lot. This week, back to work full time, no days off. Not much of an update there. Pretty typical. I did have a stellar week back bowling because we've been off bowling for a few weeks. And I just went and looked at our recap for the week, and we call it the list. Like, did we make the list? So we're in a really long season, but before Christmas, we wrapped up the first half. And our team, we were in the top 10 for a long time and ended up losing some games there at the end. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I think we finished in 13th, which out of 24 teams or however many, not bad, right in the middle, kind of in the higher end of the middle, whatever. But we started off the second half on Tuesday playing the team that finished second. And we took 3 out of 4 points. The game we lost by 4 pins, and just had a really good time, really good night. I bowled really well and had a good old time.
That's probably because you're looking too hot.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you were distracting the other players. You need to tone it down.
It snowed really bad on Tuesday, and I didn't even go to work. I worked from home, so I did work, but I wouldn't even get in the car to go to work. And, medicated, which in my world is 2 Dramamines and some cannabis. Should have drank a beer. I should have drank a beer or did a shot before I got in the car. I didn't. So I wasn't the best passenger, but it wasn't horrible. And then, of course, we get there. My very first game was very much my average. So not a horrible start. Had a couple beers, had a couple shots, feeling good, having some fun, and then bowled my fucking ass off and had a blast. No fears going home, no concerns about the roads, like good old time, whatever. Drove myself to work on Wednesday, and then Thursday morning, literally woke up and they're like, yo, there's a blizzard coming. It's going to be here any second. And it went from just nothing to absolute, like actual blizzard conditions because it was so windy. It was legit snowmageddon. We went from our house and crossed the Cherry Creek Dam. It took us an hour.
Oh my gosh.
And what was weird was that Google Maps was telling us to take the dam. That was weird in and of itself, but it legit took us an hour, something that would normally take 3 to 5 minutes, depending on if there's other traffic and if you're going the 40 or 45 you can go on there. Got there safe. I think it stopped snowing around 11 or 12, and then roads cleared up and it was fine going home. The weather here is so weird, but yeah, that was crazy. Other than that, nothing really to report, which I like. No big crazy updates. Got a couple of things I'm looking forward to talking about with us tonight. And, I also watched some football, Megan, but yeah, super low key time.
My past couple weeks haven't been the best. Really, it's been a lot of work stress these past couple months, and having an unsure future at work. Unfortunately, my company ended up laying off 22 employees. Basically, my entire team was dissolved, and the 2 employees that are left are going to be moved to other departments. So, not quite sure yet where I'm supposed to be there, and it's still stressful. Christmas kind of got canceled because sick family and everything. But there's a lot of holiday movie watching, and went to Elitch's, the Luminova that they do every holiday, where everything's decorated and covered in lights, and they have some of the rides open and stuff. So got to go see that. I love looking at Christmas lights. I was able to go back to therapy this past week, which was actually really great. I got a really good therapist. His name's Kurt, and he's very much into art therapy. So I'm really looking forward to my next session with him, which is coming up on Tuesday. It's a little soon. I think I was probably supposed to wait 2 weeks, but as soon as he was like, Kylie, will you be my patient? And I'm like, Kurt, yes, I will. So I went right right online after our session and booked our next appointment. He is a very grandpa-ish kind of guy. Just really listened to what I wanted at first, which was great. So that was way different than about the other 20 therapy experiences I've had. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing some progress that we can make on some changes that I need to make in my life. So also had the other kind of follow-up appointment after that with the doctor, and I'm starting to take some very small dose of Zoloft, kind of help even out my anxiety. And I think once I can get that under control, I think everything else will probably fall into place. So just gone through some tough times now, but luckily I've got my Mac besties, so appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course.
You're a trooper.
Yeah, you are.
Not to be all cheesy, but the reason I think we've really stayed friends all this time, and the reason that we want to do something like this, and is the unconditional love. We've always had a safe place to be. And we can't say the same with our parents and with our siblings and with our spouses and with our work friends or our other side friends that we've all made along the ways. I know I've had other friends in the past that I'm no longer friends with, whether that's I fucked up or they fucked up, but I've fucked up with you guys, or I've had bad times with you guys, and we've always figured out how to get through it. And I think that's what we could and should focus on.
We're a team.
Yeah.
We're in it together.
Yeah. Your heart hurts, our heart hurts.
Yeah. You want to go tear some shit up? Let's go tear some shit up.
Well, one of us has to stay cool
Oh,
if shit's getting torn up.
of course. Of course, you always got that one in the group.
You're welcome.
I guess you
We're
are
gonna
the
get-
oldest.
I am. Ew.
Taking on the role.
I don't know if I've ever realized that. And if I did, I clearly chose to not remember it.
Oh,
I think at some
did you
point
just
we
think
should.
Megan was the oldest?
No, I just didn't want
Oh.
to think about it, I guess.
Oh,
Megan's a full ass 6 months younger than me, and she's the closest.
I think at some point it could be interesting to explore the birth order of our friendship and if it's similar to that of siblings. Because I could think that it is for sure.
It could be. It could be. There could be aspects of it.
It would make me not the baby. And I've never not been the baby because
Yeah.
anywho.
Anywho is right. Do we have updates from anything previously discussed on our notes or agendas?
I know that I had talked about at the very end of this, I like threw out the whole Duke lacrosse rape case.
Yes, we were supposed to follow up with that.
So I'm gonna follow up on that.
Okay.
I did some research last night. Probably need to just grab my phone just to make sure I'm quoting correctly, but from what I remember, basically it was in 2006 and a girl was dancing for them and then had accused 3 of these players of rape the very next day. And it made headlines because after a very long investigation, they did not end up trying them. And so there was a lot of comments, there was a lot of theories and rhetoric and news stories about because they were Duke and affluent and how that might have played a hand in it. The victim was African American, and these college age kids were white affluent Americans. So it got brought into a big deal. They ended up not being charged, so there was not much else happened other than the fact that it was a huge deal that they weren't charged, right? Everybody thought they should have been. So from what I found out most recently in December of 2024, the victim had come out and shared that she indeed made the entire thing up. She had danced for them that night and
Ruined people's lives.
she made the money and she just thought this was
Did she have sex with them?
a way to she did not confirm or deny any sexual activity.
Okay.
So she had also had a past, like she had been arrested previously and was in prison and found God, and that's why she decided she needed to come out with the truth that it indeed did not happen. That's why it took so long.
Wow. I guess it's a good thing they didn't get charged.
Yeah.
They probably didn't get charged because there was no evidence. Right?
That is the gist of it. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. What I remember from that is also feeling the same sort of way. Like, are these kids getting away with something because of their affluence? And hindsight, man. It's like it's wild and how often it happens. And I'm glad she has found a healing mechanism for her that works for her. And I'm glad that, you know, they weren't charged. And
Yeah.
like, I hope they've found peace too. But
I wonder if she'll like ask them for forgiveness, which is kind of typical in some of these situations. You know what I mean? Even if it's like
I'll offer you a free dance.
for like 15. Damn, April. Wow.
Give them a good deal, like buy one,
oh
get one,
shit.
50% off.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna have to be for free.
Completely free.
I'm just saying the
Yeah,
economy
it's
sucks right
just
now.
it's
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just a lot of things that as I get older, I don't you just don't know what to believe on the news. You don't know who to believe in these things. Like every time something like this comes up, and it always has to be more than what it really is. Like it has to turn into an affluent thing or a white thing or a black thing, or and so it takes away from like a
The
potential
true
rape,
meaning.
like a
Yeah.
potential assault of a
Mhm.
female, like even or another human being in that aspect, right? So it gives me pause. I feel like everything I hear nowadays, I'm just like skeptical.
I think that's good. I think that's healthy. I think we should question the shit we hear and learn to challenge it. You ever heard of confirmation bias? Do you know what confirmation bias is? It's
Mm-mm.
basically when you are looking for a specific outcome. So if you were to say, do Hispanics commit the most crimes in Maricopa County? You're going to find articles about Hispanics who commit crime in Maricopa County. Whereas if you say, in how you look for it, um, graph of demographics by race of crimes committed in Maricopa County, you may see whites 47%, Hispanics 18%. But because of the way you look for it, like the sources you go to, the wording you use is going to feed you what like the algorithm of a search engine thinks you're looking for. And I think it's super healthy to look 180. Like if you're hearing or feeling or seeing an article that going one way, look on the other spectrum or at least a different source for information on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with being skeptical of shit you hear.
I am definitely guilty of not necessarily like fact checking and source checking. And I feel like I am doing
Why?
better because I do feel like I believe in like the algorithms. I believe that I probably see things very different than you see, Crystal, like
Yeah,
on TikTok or I mean that's been kind of proven throughout this
we've talked about it.
adventure that we've been on, right?
Mm-hmm.
We see different things, so I'm getting fed things that are different perspectives. And to be fully rounded, I feel like I have to purposefully look, or like you said, be more vague in what you're looking for so that you're not fed certain information.
One, right.
My,
Yeah,
my, okay. I think it's a hard thing to navigate.
sure.
And in one aspect, I'm like, yeah, I want to know that. I also feel like there's this part of you that's already, and that's just silly to even think, but yeah, I think that's the whole point of growing and learning and knowing. Now, putting it into action, probably something I'm not great at. Like literally thinking to myself, Google this differently. Also, not sure if I actually knew how to even like I know in the back of my brain that I'm seeing things that other people don't see, and it's just, but then I get to the point where it's okay, well, I mean, it just kind of is what it is, but how do you back up? And then you tell me you just Google things more vaguely, or actually do the research and put in the time
I think if you just look at different
is where
or
it's at.
multiple sources is enough. Don't worry about Googling more vaguely. Look at different sources. Look at different perspectives.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I am open to being more open.
This is going to be fun.
We shall see.
Those were some interesting updates from previous conversations that were not on my list. Oopsie. I was going to talk about the TikTok ban.
Please.
I was adamant in previous episodes that it was done, it was over. And then I was very much taken by surprise when the Supreme Court agreed to hear oral arguments. They did that on Friday, I think. Just a couple of hours. Didn't really seem to go well for TikTok.
Mm.
So no decisions have been made, but obviously they know there's a ban, like a date coming. So it doesn't look good.
In the information that you found with the Supreme Court information, what's the basis? Like, what's the threat to the United States people?
It's a national security threat from a non-ally that they could get information from the American people through the app. So the United States is the bill that they passed, or the ban that they put in effect, basically said, you know, we're not saying TikTok's super horrible. We're saying we don't want the Chinese to own it, so they should sell it. Sell or ban is basically what they were presented with. And TikTok was like, absolutely not. See you in court. So I did see something, not gonna lie, didn't click on it, thought it might have been a little clickbaity, that said Kevin O'Leary, who is on Shark Tank, who is also a Trump chump, or not chump, Trump chum, like a buddy of his, is interested in buying. Now, I don't know if he's got $300 billion, which is supposedly what it's worth. But I think there's offers out there. I just don't know that ByteDance is willing to sell it. I think they're going to be like, sayonara, see ya, US, and just let it get banned. That's just my opinion, though. But yeah,
So
sad update.
it's okay for somebody in the US to have everybody's information, but not somebody in China.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
because they're not our ally.
Just making sure I understand.
Also, I said from day one, what about Temu? What about Shein?
Right.
They got our credit card numbers. They've got our addresses. They can find us. Doesn't seem to be a problem with like product sales. We get so much shit for, oh my God, you guys. The phones that we use to be on TikTok came from China. Let's be real. The phones that we used to be on Temu and Shein, that them fuckers come from China. Like, Jesus. But whatever. I hyped up fucking Lemonade and then just saw, oh no, if TikTok goes, Lemonade goes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I was just about to ask because I still have not downloaded Lemonade. So
Don't bother.
I have. That
what?
sucks.
Well, damn, I didn't know that.
Sorry. I didn't either. So, man, you know, this is going to be dark episode 2.
Ooh.
I don't think anything that I was talking about, I don't really have any follow up on.
Yeah, no, I think we were going to go to current events, which April April said wildfires. Did you have something other than wildfires, Megan?
No.
Oh, well, I was going to do an update.
Oh, I didn't realize that. How did, oh,
It's
my
all
bad.
right. It's all right.
The floor is yours.
Well, I've been trying to update on those damn monkeys.
Oh, the monkeys.
You know, the monkeys that got out in November. And as of November 24th, there hasn't been any new updates. So there is still 4 monkeys that are loose in South Carolina.
4? I thought it was 6. There's 4 of them.
There's 4. Yeah, they
Oh,
caught
man.
2. So yeah, there was 4 that was still at large.
Okay.
And then just the update on Luigi. He had his first hearing, I think it was December 23rd. And just the amount of protesters that were outside. But his family didn't come to the hearing. When I was listening to one of the videos about it, yeah, of all these people that were there, but his family did not show up. So, which I found is interesting. But what I wanted to highlight, which I thought it was funny, is that P. Diddy is furious
I heard.
right now inside of jail because Luigi is getting all of this attention and now it is taken off of him and he is
Right.
furious.
Which is why he started the California fires, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, yes.
Poor Diddy.
Exactly. But yeah, that was my update. Good gracious, I can't talk.
What a fantastic.
Yes.
I
And then
have,
of course, yeah, go ahead.
I have questions about the
Yes.
updates.
Okay.
Do you think the monkeys are still alive and prospering, or that something tragic has happened to them? Also, would love to hear from like listeners that might be in South Carolina and might have some like inside info about these
Yes.
On the
monkeys.
monkey.
I mean, have these residents taken these monkeys in and now they're pets?
I said before, and I'll say it again, they haven't found monkey carcasses. These monkeys are thriving.
Yes.
Yes, I agree. They're out there somewhere.
Yeah.
With Thelma and Louise,
With the llamas.
the emus.
Yes.
Or
The
emus.
The emus.
They were not emused about it. Yeah.
The emus. Right. Um,
Yeah, because that wasn't a good ending. I don't remember if they even found the other one, but one of them did not make it.
The emus?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. One of them did not. But yeah, so the monkeys are doing way better than the emus. And they didn't have any fatalities.
also, yeah, I just need to know what's going on in South Carolina that all these wild animals get to just live their best life free and on
the
their own.
monkeys let the emus out. I stand by it.
Well, do you want to hear something else crazy? So when I was reading about, of course, the LA fires, did you know that there's actually a city, and I believe it's in Pennsylvania, I'm bringing it up right now, that it has been burning underground for 53 years. So it used to be underground coal mining and they stopped and somehow garbage or something caught on fire and got underneath there. And since it's coal, it pretty much takes care of like the oxygen and everything, the fire. So it has been smoldering, burning for 53 years. And people have actually I think they said like a dozen people live there now. Of course, people have moved away because of the toxins. It was like killing people and making them sick. But yeah, isn't that crazy for 50 some years? And they the scientists say that the way that it's burning, they believe that it can burn for another 200 some years underneath this Centralville, Pennsylvania. Centralia, Pennsylvania. And it started in 1962 and is still going, still burning
Well, that's
strong.
old news. Old news.
It's current though. It's still currently burning.
I had no idea.
Never heard of it. Yeah.
Anywho, yes, LA fires going on crazy. A lot of people are losing their homes, which is sad. A lot of people are dying because they don't want to leave their homes, and animals. It's heartbreaking to see pictures and videos. But what I
Yeah.
didn't know is that there's different names of the fires.
Multiple fires.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so Kenneth fire, they actually caught someone, they started that. And yeah, so but the other ones, they don't know if it was caused by humans or if it was caused by lightning, because they haven't seen rain since October. It's been dry. And then, having 70-mile-per-hour gust winds that can really do some damage. So it's heartbreaking. I hope that they can get it under control and people can start to get their lives back. It's really heartbreaking.
Do you know what the death toll is up to as of now? Like right now, today?
I believe it's 16.
Oh,
I
God.
Oh, wow. I
16.
saw 10 earlier.
I
That's
think
crazy.
I know that they asked 105,000 to be evacuated. And then there was another that they were going to work on moving them out too.
16.
Yeah,
That's sad.
it is.
Yeah, I was watching TikToks earlier on it, and really trying to find the conspiracy theories of everything going on, because of course the big one was the whole somebody saying Diddy's underground tunnels from somewhere, and then they're like, if they're underground and the fire's above ground, I don't see how that's really going to do much good for anybody. So basically everything being debunked, but then of course it got into the very sad ones. People are like today just coming home and somebody's dad didn't want to leave, and he'll be here when you guys get back, and they found him in bed. He fire had taken over. So um it's just funny to see how things like this just cause so many conspiracy theories. Like everybody takes every little sign and every little uh like, what's the probability that 4 could have just broke out just like that? Well, maybe they haven't had any rain and all that stuff, but that wind is so strong, it could blow just an ember of that, like, anywhere, like, and it just goes up. Um, but I also watched a lot of, basically it's just science, people, is kind of what a lot of people are saying. Like, how is this house not burned and the rest of them are? And they're like, well, you got to think of wind like water. The wind is blowing so hard that it literally just redirected, and the fire also like water. Well, can't go here because the wind's blocking our way, so we'll just go around that house and on to the next. Or trees. Why are the trees still there? Well, because they are soaked in moisture. They're the one thing there that actually has moisture, so they're not going to just go up like a house. People are talking about, why is concrete broken? There's something more going on. Well, there again, moisture inside of things, when they get hot they implode, so it's causing things to break. So it was just interesting just to see how every little theory everybody wants to put up, and everyone's just like, science, guys, like, that's what it is. Most of this is just science and bad conditions. And unfortunately, all of the water shortages that go on in California just regularly, they're protecting wildlife this is the reason why they don't get water, because they're trying to protect some silly fish. I can't even, I'm gonna have to look it up again. This fish is the reason why they don't let the water down from Canada and go all the way down to California. It just goes right to the ocean. They want to protect this fish. And letting all that water in so fast is going to ruin their habitat. This is why they don't have water down there. Like, it's just blows my freaking mind that this is happening, and it's just something, like, I'm not saying it wouldn't have happened anyways, but maybe the severity of it, the ability to get help, the constant water shortage, like, it's not a new thing. And then uh the other thing was just they're so worried about nature and things being natural and how they're supposed to be, but we're humans and we're going to have to just make nature adapt. Unfortunately, one of the things that got talked about as well was their cleanup after they have one of these fires, in the brush, that's dead and wasted, and the trees that have dead fallen and they just let them sit there and rot, that is all kindling. As soon as a spark comes, it just, I mean, has nothing but fuel for the fire. So just just silly things that you didn't think of, like, oh, we can't disturb this habitat with all this water flowing in, and we just need to let nature take care of itself with all the dead brush and stuff. Well, now you've created, now it's just out of control. It's too late now. The only thing you guys can do is try to learn from this and move forward. And yeah, it is very devastating just going through and just looking at just the houses, just nothing anymore, or places where you couldn't see the ocean before because it was nothing but houses. And now I think it was a reporter driving along down in Malibu. He's like, you never could see the ocean when you were taking this highway, and now it's nothing but ocean. And just,
New oceanfront property.
Oh
yep,
no.
Oh,
Oh
it's just,
no.
I'm just
it was
saying.
it's crazy though that it was like the highway and then the housing and then the beach. And it's like, it's crazy how
It's
that could have
gone.
just happened with the ocean being right there, but it doesn't, the water's not in the right spot. So it's not putting anything out, but I mean, it's just crazy how it just went through everything so fast. Everything is just so dry down there. It just perfect conditions for wildfires.
Yeah. I definitely had a little conspiracy about there being more than one fire starter because I can't help but think of or see the coincidence in that it's so many celebrity neighborhoods. And, Kylie and I talked about this a little bit last night, and she said, yeah, a lot of people are mad at rich people right now. And just had that CEO murder thing. And I'm not saying that it was all arson. There are so many, there's at least like 5 fires, I'm pretty sure. Like there's so many different ones, but I do think it's a bit coincidental that it's so many celebrities in danger. And I'm also not a celeb hater. I love celebrity news and gossip, always have. And I feel bad for them too, even though they're rich and can rebuild and won't have the
Kim
same.
Kardashian lost her house.
I've been through a fire,
I
and
can't even imagine.
even though like we were in an apartment and our apartment technically did not burn, we did have smoke and water damage. I was also told at one point that our apartment had burned, and I immediately threw up, like bleh, like immediately, because I got 2 young kids, I got a dog, I got a husband, and I had a roommate. And it was when we came back from Kansas, when we moved to Colorado, basically the second time. And it really wasn't even that bad in the long run. But in those first 24, 48 hours, when like you have no clothes, you have no diapers, you have no anything,
You're
Red
displaced.
Cross definitely helped us out, put us up, gave us vouchers to go to Target and get like clothes and diapers, and paid for a hotel for a couple of days. We were fortunate enough that we just moved into a different place, and didn't have to continue to need their help. But shout out to Red Cross, right? In situations
Yeah.
like this, I'm sure they're right there and helping. But yeah, my heart breaks for those people.
Well, our house caught on fire when I was in third grade, the night before Thanksgiving. Mom actually had the turkey in the oven. So the turkey was done, but we were living out on Snodgrass and, living out in the country. Yeah, not fire trucks don't get out there as quick as in the city. And luckily it happened in the middle of the night. It was electrical fire, started in the wall in between the kitchen and Nikki's nursery. And mom and dad were downstairs and Nikki and I were upstairs. And mom said that she felt like someone was shaking her to, wake her up. And she woke up and like smelled smoke and then was like, Robert, I smell smoke, and goes upstairs and they see the fire. They grab Nikki and then grab me. And I remember going down the stairs to the front door and like holding onto the wall and like crawling down because it was just so smoky. And then sitting out in the driveway in our red Ford Bronco, just watching our house on fire, and dad had the fire hose. And then the neighbors came and they were trying to hook up and trying until the fire trucks. But yeah, we lost everything. All my baby pictures, my mom's wedding dress, like everything. So Nikki and I went and stayed with grandma in Winfield for a couple months. And while mom and dad found a place, they rented an apartment so we can get our house rebuilt and back on our feet. But yeah, it was crazy. I'll never forget that night. And yeah, it was horrible just sitting there watching your house on fire and you can't do anything. And my mom's just bawling and, my dad's freaking out. And yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, we had a couple of house fires when I was growing up. We lived on Vine Street, both of them in the same house. I remember one time it was a can opener in that was the cause of it, that was plugged
Oh
in
my
the
God.
kitchen, and so there was a kitchen fire. We were not home, and for some reason, I don't know, just cannot, I don't have any memories of how that went. I just remember that there was a fire there and it was the can opener. So I think it took decades actually for my parents to actually have an electric can opener again. Like we use yeah, like, and still, even if you use it, you better make sure that bitch is unplugged when you are done. Like, yeah. So, and then another one that we had that was actually a bigger deal. The girls actually, Mariah and Elizabeth, they were just little, but they were I think they were staying with Grandma Ruby for a week, if I remember correctly. If not, then it was the other grandparents, but it was just me and mom. And I remember she woke me up in the middle of the night. I wish I could remember what grade I was in. I think it might have been third grade. If not, it was younger. But um there was a fire in the basement that started, and my parents had just refinished the basement. So they had the master bedroom and the master bath down there, and all of that had been just redone. And I think there was like an old metal fan that we used to have, and somehow it had gotten wonky and it tipped over. And then again, assuming caused sparks or whatever, and caught the basement on fire. So that one was scary because it was in the middle of the night and she came and woke me up. Like, Kylie, the house is on fire. We need to get out of here. And I remember this house had window wells in the basement so you can look down. And so you could see the fire like when you were looking through the window wells. My mom had just gotten her new furniture, so she kept running back into the house trying to drag the furniture out.
Oh my
And
God.
That's
the stories
sad.
say that the fire department like kept missing the turn. So it was like, it was just, but then the pipes were, had just been redone and everything, and they were in PVC. The fire ended up melting the PVC pipes and putting the fire out before, but the smell of it, I could just remember the smell of the house fire was in everything.
Mm.
Just your clothes, your bedding, your bed, everything just smelled like a house fire. I remember both times of that. So, I mean, I don't even know. I can't even imagine. Like, there is nothing left of those people's houses in California. It's just a carcass. It's just the foundations that they're coming
Yeah,
home
whole
to.
neighborhoods. Yeah.
And it's just crazy. But yeah, I definitely remember that being traumatic. I believe I stayed with the Karnowskis. They lived like 2 houses over. So I remember staying with them for at least a night. And I don't recall what was after that. But my dad was not, I don't believe my dad was home either time. I think he was working. So I think he was working the night shift um when that real scary one happened. So yeah, fires are definitely scary and devastating.
Devastating. Yep.
Yeah, I have no experience with house fires, thankfully, but
I caught my kitchen on fire once too. I remember that. You guys remember that? In like
That was when we were
grade,
very young, right?
8th grade, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
I remember calling, I think I called you, and it was a firefighter that was like, "You're gonna have to call back later. The house is on fire," or something like that, and hung up. Like, yeah.
Yep. I was gonna make hash browns. And I turned on the oil and then I started talking on the phone and we had like a 15-foot cord. So I
Mhm.
walked out of the kitchen and into the living room and just kept on talking on the phone.
mhm.
And Missy came in from a walk and she came in through the garage and kitchen's on fire. And she's like, "Are you cooking?" And I was like, "Oh shit. I gotta go. I gotta call 911. My kitchen's on fire." Good times.
That
Yeah,
is
no, it's
funny.
devastating. And there's just not enough money in the world. Like, look, I get that things can be replaced, but sometimes like memories and photos, like that's what I go to is photos. And like
Mhm.
my dog's ashes. Like all the
Mm,
things you can't get back.
get
Like
back.
I can
Yeah.
get a new bed, I can get all the new things. And even celebrities, like, I get it. It's probably easier for them. They can just go out and buy new things. Like, we have to ask help from Red Cross, right? But still, that's not even the point. Like, for me,
Oh
it's the
yeah.
point of the things that you'll never get back. Like, that fucking
Oh, and
sucks.
just like celebrities, they have sentimental things,
Sure.
Yeah, that's my point.
yeah. So
Maybe
they're
even
humans
priceless
too.
things, maybe
Yeah.
even things that can't be repurchased. I try really hard to not be dramatic, but when I was thinking about, because I knew we were going to talk about this, and when I was thinking about, talking about how sad I was for these people, even though they're celebrities and even though they have money and even though they can rebuild and they don't have the same disadvantage that, us regular folks may have. I remember going through the fire situation and it feeling violated, like a crime had been committed against us. And I don't want to be dramatic, but it's completely out of your control
Yeah.
and it is devastating.
Yeah.
And that just gives you this feeling that I don't care who you are. I hate that anybody has to feel that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know
I
I had
agree.
watched a thing on, well, TikTok, of course, while I can. Uh Kim Kardashian actually going through every time that they've had one of these scares, like, and it's never actually happened. So she's like, the first time I grabbed all my designer stuff, I grabbed all my bags and my shoes, and I rented a hotel room just for my stuff, basically. And then every time she said, less. She grabbed less and less. And like, I grabbed my kids. We backed up all of our videos, all of our memories are all backed up on a, they have it all digitized now. So it was just, it was actually nice to hear that, of course, her mind frame has changed. She has 4 children now instead of just designer bags and shoes. So, but that it's, we don't grab anything anymore. I grab my kids and I get the hell out of here. So
Yeah.
I'm sure living in those areas, it's just like living anywhere else. Like when you live in the floodplains, you just know that it's a possibility that it's going to happen. And you always have to have that plan in the back of your mind. And just know these are the things I'm going to have to grab when I leave.
Know where your
Um,
important papers are.
Exactly. And that, you can't fit all this other stuff, but at least you got your important stuff ready so you can grab it and go. There was this poor guy his house had just caught on fire. His wife had already took off, I think, and he was on his bicycle trying to carry paintings. And the news crew was like, "What can we do for you?" And he's like, "Can you please take my paintings for me?" And they've like exchanged info,
Aww.
like so that he can get his paintings back. But his house had literally just started catching on fire, and like all he had was his bicycle, and he's just gonna haul ass out of there.
And his wife left him.
No, I
I
think she
think
was
it
just
was
ahead of him with their
like
things.
he was like,
On a
"You go,
bicycle
I'm gonna try
too?
to,"
Like,
because people were out there with their hoses trying to spray
I
their
don't think she divorced
roofs.
him.
No, I think
no,
she was
I'm
like,
just confused how this
"I got all the
conversation
stuff,"
went.
and
Like
he's
she
like,
gets
"You go, I'm gonna try to keep putting water on the roof and keep it from lighting on fire."
I, I just didn't know if they have to rock, paper, scissors, you get the car.
You go first.
Horrible of me.
You're joking about people evacuating a deadly fire.
Well, I mean, that's some things to think about. Like, what's the wife
It's
take?
horrible.
What's the
I think
husband
she
take?
left with the kids and the pets
Yeah, he wanted
and
his
packed up
paintings.
everything else. And I think the paintings were, when he finally was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to go." He probably was like half of the other men that try to stay by and guard their home and think, "This isn't really gonna happen. I'm gonna be out here with my little water bucket and my little water hose, and I'm gonna keep trying to spray shit down." And then it's out of your, like Crystal said, it's out of your control.
Yep.
You just need to know when it's no longer safe, which probably was, you should have just gotten in with your wife and left. Like,
Probably.
Yeah.
I know my spa manager at work, she has some family that lives in the area. And something I don't think I knew was it's definitely science and fire, right? But it's also geographical. The way that the valleys lay and the mountains and everything lays, like that shit
all just
blows
channels
over
together.
so fast. Like as soon as it starts, there's no stopping it because it's so fast because of the winds and uh, again, how it all lays. I'm not going to say I know anything about it, just saying what I've been told.
It
So,
it sounds to me like you know enough because that absolutely fed into my conspiracy theory. The
as to why they started it where they did,
people know that the Santa Ana winds happen between this time and this
that's
time and that they blow this
yes,
hard, and Colorado is
that's
no
all.
stranger to wildfires. And we have a season in the spring, I believe. I think it's the spring, not the fall, because we basically have two, before and after summer, and of course all summer. But um, basically, if it's not a blizzard, we could have a wildfire.
Right.
We have the Chinook winds,
Hmm.
and 2 years ago there was a devastating fire called the Marshall Fire, and it was very much. I think Excel, the power company, is getting blamed for the spark, but the winds are definitely what took out entire fucking neighborhoods. So you talk about the
Yes.
winds, and yeah, that is scientific, and people know that.
Yes. Well, people that live there know that too. I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
Thankfully, I think my spa manager, I think last I heard on Friday was her family was safe and whatnot. I hope that's still the case, of course.
Yeah.
My mom has a very old dear friend that is turning 80 this year that she was supposed to go to her birthday party for in Santa Barbara. And so I asked her this week, I said, is she affected by the fires? Like, are you still going? Because she's supposed to go at like, I think next week. And she was like, you know what? I don't know. Let me check. And she got back to me a couple days ago and was like, so the fires aren't like there, but they have to cancel and reschedule because of the smoke.
Mm.
So even though they're not like affected by the fire, thankfully, uh, nothing much is happening because it's so fucking smoky even that far away. And to be honest, I don't know how far away it is, but so
Well, I'm just gonna let you know that my waist trainer that I ordered from Temu is delayed in California.
Oh.
Might want to reorder that shit.
Yeah,
Won't be
I
there
went to
for
go
a
check
while.
for the updates, and I'm like, why is it delayed? And I'm like, oh,
it might not be there anymore.
yeah, it might not be.
Might have been one of those warehouses that might not be there anymore.
Yeah.
So I think we have the Am I the Asshole covered. April. Yes.
No.
Twice.
She was just
Two
looking.
two fire jokes.
She was just wondering where her shit was.
Okay, I'm sorry. You are right. I am the asshole. I
I
am a
know.
big asshole for even thinking those funny things. But with the husband and wife, I'm sorry. The first thing I thought was, I'm taking the car, you gotta take the bicycle. And I'm just like,
She's like, burn, motherfucker.
we even get down to this.
Stop.
I am
And
so sorry. I apologize
that
from the bottom
is
of my heart, but
that's just who we are.
it's just, yes.
How about, yeah.
So is there any, I mean, I was just going to say, if there's anything that Mac Besties can do to help out, we are here.
For what? Help out with what?
Girl's trying to plug like a GoFundMe or some shit.
Donate to the Red Cross.
There it is.
Donate
Donate to the
directly
Red
to the
Cross.
Red
Yes,
Cross.
if we can advertise anyway, yes.
We should take a break for a word from our sponsor.
The Plantbrella, a colorful umbrella for outdoor gardens and potted plants, designed to help protect your plants from the intense, direct sunlight, heavy rain, hail, and frost, while allowing some light and rainwater to gently pass through to your plants. The Plantbrella is not only a colorful piece and decoration for your garden, but is an effective way to keep your plants safe, hydrated, and live longer throughout the garden season. Plantbrella, we got you covered.
Yeah, let's do what's cooking good looking.
Patrick and I are trying to do a little keto friendly type situation and cut the carbs as much as possible because my carbs are gonna come from this from now on. Um but I've just been bombarded with social media. Like I'm on TikTok, all the Facebook reels, like it's hitting my algorithm hard. So that's nice. Like I'm finding I bought all the cheese today. I bought cream cheese, I bought cottage cheese, I bought Parmesan cheese, I bought mozzarella cheese, and then all the meat, ham and turkey and roast beef and because that's what I've found is that I can eat meat and cheese, but we're
Yep.
also doing uh like vegetables. I can get a hearty meal out of vegetables because I like most vegetables. Patrick, on the other hand, his shit is gonna be sad because he likes broccoli and cauliflower, carrots, green beans. Like he won't eat squash or zucchini or cucumbers or so it's a struggle trying to find where we're at, but egg roll in a bowl, made that the other day. So good. I found this no basically no pasta lasagna. It's literally meat and cheese. It's all it is meat and cheese and low sugar marinara sauce. Um but yeah, so point is throw me your recipes. Tell me what you got. I find a lot of snacks, but we're looking for like, I mean, when you migrate from like meat, potatoes, and vegetable, like a casserole or like literally meat, cheese, potato, his meals always are some meat, some potato, some vegetable. And now we're like cutting that out. Like, how do you get that fullness? How do you feel full without those extra vegetables? I could eat the vegetables, but he won't eat the vegetables. So throw those recipes at me. We got a lot of snacks going, but um, I'm also going to try the cottage cheese sitch because apparently cottage cheese is really good for you and you can make all the things from it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you
I
can.
have a really good low carb pizza crust that it's cream cheese, eggs, Parmesan cheese, and salt and pepper, maybe garlic, salt. Mix that all together and you pour it in a pan. You bake it for like 8 to 10 minutes, and then that's your crust. Take it out, put your toppings on, and then bake it for another 10 minutes. And yeah, the boys love it. But they also have no carb tortillas, and then they have keto bread. I've been eating keto bread for forever now. That's all I eat. So you got that route. They have keto hamburger buns and stuff like that that you can still get your
Didn't you say
bread.
you have fries there, Megan, for your Kroger?
yes. And
That
yes, I found low carb or zero carb tortillas. I did buy that.
Yeah.
Um,
they
I
do a
bought
carb
bread that
master
has
bread.
carbs. I bought the 45, the delights. It's the 45
Oh,
calorie bread. Like it's better bread. I mean, I need to give myself some wiggle room because I know myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too hard necessarily, but uh April, to your mention, you've talked to me about this recipe before, and I tried it once, and my shit did not turn out. It was just like a lump of egg and cheese, and I'm like, how do I make it a crust? Like, I don't know. I didn't do something right, so we're
We'll
still
talk
looking at
about it
that.
again. Yes.
Yeah.
My mom actually got me, and I'll send you guys a picture of it. She found no carb spaghetti noodles. They're called Luigi or something like they are, and I have to
you
cook
like
them.
Luigi,
Yeah, right. What an
allegedly.
accident. Um, you have to cook them for like 20, 25 minutes, like
Oh,
longer, takes, but so much better than the keto spaghetti noodles that you can find at Walmart that are
mm,
in the water. Don't ever get those. They're
we're
disgusting.
just trying to cut that out altogether.
Oh,
Like we didn't
yeah.
buy any. I bought some minute rice for myself because
Yeah.
I'll
Do
have some
stuffed
of that.
peppers. Oh,
I will
he
do
does.
that, but Patrick won't
Yeah,
eat it.
won't. Yeah. Um,
So
yeah. Well,
Honestly, it's a
we're on
lot
this
of that.
journey.
If he'll eat green beans, there's a lot of things you can do with the green beans.
The
Like
green
mhm.
if
beans
he
and the
likes
broccoli. I found, sorry, I know I'm
mix a lot
interrupting.
of things with that. Like mix your meat. You can do a chicken stir
Hmm.
fry or a beef stir fry. Add mushroom. Does he like mushrooms? No.
Yeah, no
Oh,
fucking way.
And I don't eat mushrooms either. There is no fungus among us.
garlic,
Are you sure?
butter. Use a lot of butter.
I only like certain kind of mushrooms. And I try real hard not to eat them.
You should try harder to eat them.
No.
Okay,
But
go.
yeah, that's our adventure. I'll let you know how it goes. Like I said, I bought all the things.
I'm proud of
And I
you.
feel like I'm gonna have all the snacks, but
Eggs.
I'm
Eggs
concerned
are a lot
about.
of, yeah.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Also, let me ask you, Colorado people, speaking of eggs, Aaron was telling me that you guys have to now buy like free range eggs only, and eggs are like $20 a carton or some shit.
There is something going on with the eggs. I usually get the free range or organic or whatever anyway, but
Have you seen an increase in eggs?
I have seen a shortage in the store of 0 eggs being on the shelf, and whatever is there, yeah, price gouging going on.
Oh no.
Do you remember our last get together and my experience with the eggs?
Yes. The cage-free eggs. You're like, what if I want my eggs in a cage? And we were like, you're the asshole.
You know what I you know what I remember from that trip? Not having a can opener.
Don't need to start no fires.
We should have just bought one at Target that day.
I know.
4 fucking hours later, we get this can opener that's barely sharp enough to like cut a piece of paper.
Oh, that was a good time.
It was so much fun.
I'm crying. All right. Sorry. Got off topic there.
Right? What's
I'm
cooking good looking? Megan's not cooking shit.
Well, can I go then?
Yeah.
Okay. I made a homemade chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie this week.
Cut. Take 2.
Oh gosh, Megan's over here.
I'm like, you made a what? Chicken
Okay,
pape.
Megan.
Is that one of those things from the UP?
I'm just gonna cover Megan's face. She just talked about how she's doing keto. I made a chicken pot pie, a homemade from that leftover pie crust from the pasties. But I found a recipe and it's really simple. I had leftover chicken breast that I cut up, and then I took a can of the Campbell's chunky chicken pot pie soup and mixed that together and poured that in the middle, and then put it on top, or put the second pie crust on top, cut the slits, and then butter, an egg mixture, and then and I baked it, and it was so good that it didn't even last. I thought I was gonna have leftovers, and there was no leftovers. The boys devoured it. And then I made hamburger steaks. I know this sounds silly, but I found this really good recipe with mushroom soup. And yeah, make that and cook it in the skillet. And I made that with couscous. Have you ever had a couscous?
Mm-hmm.
The food's so nice, they named it twice. It's like
like Middle Eastern pasta kind of.
yeah, it's like rice. But yeah, so yeah, I had that and green beans. But that was my big, like, easy, simple recipes, but was really good that there was no leftovers. The boys enjoyed it.
Dang.
That is what's cooking.
How do you make couscous?
I got it in a box at Dylan's. It's
But
in
like
the rice
rice?
area. Yeah, it's in the rice area. Yeah. But garlic parmesan is the flavor that I got. Really simple. It takes 5 minutes to make.
I did buy some cauliflower rice because
Hey.
again, gonna
Yeah.
try that. Like,
Yeah, I tried to make cauliflower rice from cauliflower and it did not turn
Oh,
out really well.
yeah, I just bought the frozen cauliflower rice.
Seasonings are your friends.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, Kylie can throw down on some fucking keto recipes. So I know she's going to help you outside of any kind of like listener responses and contributions, which is going to be awesome to hear from other people, their recipes. But Kylie's definitely got you on keto shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Let
does.
me just speak for her. I've been there. I've gotten to eat it. It's good.
Oh, and
I'm almost
oh,
go ahead.
sorry. One more thing. Megan, they have Bud Light has a new beer and I'm drinking it. It has no carbs. Bud Light Next. 0 carb beer. Just throwing that out there. Sorry.
She an ultra girl.
Good to know.
She already said she wants an ultra by her urn when she dies. And she's on our mantle.
So if Michelob is listening right now,
maybe they can do your urn for you.
Ooh.
I could be a sponsor.
It could be your urn could look like an ultra can.
you know, we could have a debate. You know what? Bud Light, if you're listening, we could have a debate. And Megan and I could debate
Which one's better?
Yes.
Does Coors Light do a no carbs? I'll try it. I drink Coors Light.
Well, you know what? We need to get on course then.
I'll look. We'll battle it out.
Yes. They just need to send us their beer and we will sample and we'll discuss it.
Absolutely. We'll review
We'll
them.
do a secret taste test and see if we know what's what.
Ooh, that's fun. Do that the next time we're together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
I got to tell you, after April's in pretty sophisticated what's cooking good looking, I'm almost embarrassed, but I'm going to go for it. I've had this on my menu for a while. I have the ingredients and I'm ready to make it for my lovely family. And it is the Snoop Dogg fried bologna sandwich. Have you seen it?
No, but it sounds amazing.
And I can't wait.
It's 3 slices of bologna. Here's what I envision my griddle. Got my griddle hot. 3 slices of bologna. He specifically puts a little cut, like almost like a packet size cut, which makes sense. So it doesn't curl up super bad.
Yes.
3 slices of bologna, get that fried on both sides, throw some American cheese on top of that shit. Put those 3 slices of bologna on top of each other and onto some toasted bread that you slather
with mayo,
with mustard.
Oh, mustard.
My mouth's watering. I like a little bit of mustard. But I've seen this and I want it so bad. Mustard, so much mustard. And then a handful, a good heaping of Lay's barbecue potato chips. Other slice of bread, eat and enjoy. It's gonna
There's no egg.
Mm-mm.
Just because we grew up on bologna and egg sandwich, but wow, let me know how that is. I want to, you know what, Snoop Dogg, if you're listening.
Oh yes.
April, I appreciate the
face.
You know, that's awesome.
Is this dinner for tonight?
It technically could be because I have everything I need.
Oh,
I just haven't done it yet.
I have to know.
Yeah.
Everything except for the mustard is.
I'm not excited about the mustard, but every single thing I have seen and heard says the mustard. There was one girl who it even wasn't enough. And I'm telling you, she did the squiggle and it was covered in mustard. Wasn't enough. And she had her sandwich in one hand and she was putting more mustard on each bite. And I think she even added some pickles. So like she'd already started the sandwich and she's like, this is really good, but you know what else it could use is some pickles. I want to go for the OG recipe. I want to try it because that's what I first saw. And it looked and felt so good just as it is, you know? So we're going to try it.
Oh my. Well,
I can't wait.
See,
Yeah,
Megan,
I can't.
I'm not super just because I see the afternoon tea lady doesn't mean that I don't also see the Snoop Dogg fried bologna sandwich.
Thank you.
You need a Snoop Dogg elf on the shelf.
No, I don't.
Yes.
I don't need that.
I think we need to inquire.
No,
Yes.
absolutely
They have
not.
a Martha Stewart one too.
Maybe
You
for
set
work,
them
I'll
both
take it
out.
to work, but yeah, I don't need that.
I can't wait to find
Yeah,
out
I can't wait
about
to
how the
hear about
sandwich
that.
is.
Thank you. Thank you. I was a little embarrassed.
Why?
Well,
Fucking fried bologna is good.
You know, April's just making gourmet meals, and you're like, bologna sandwich, yes, please.
3 pieces of it.
Baloney.
3 pieces of it even.
Wow.
I love a good fried bologna sandwich. I'm so excited for you.
That's a
And
lot
I
of
agree.
meat.
Pickles, I think pickles will, but yeah.
We're gonna
See
give
how
it a
the
shot.
OG is, and then add pickles and
We're gonna
tell me
go
both.
for it. Yep.
And then what kind of potato chips?
Lay's barbecue.
Barbecue
That's where why the mustard, the barbecue and the mustard probably
and the
kicks it
bologna
together.
with the salt and
Mm. Wow,
It's going
Megan's over
down.
here drooling.
It's going down for real.
Hopefully she keeps on that keto dinks. Maybe on a bologna sandwich tomorrow.
mine's just gonna be
Some
bologna
keto
with
bread.
chips in the middle.
Yeah.
No bread. Just the bologna and chips.
And cheese.
And cheese.
And cheese.
You may
So
need to get
much.
yourself probably a laxative with all that cheese. You're gonna get constipated.
She doesn't need to
Can't do well with
help
cheese
with that.
either. So I'm also curious how the cheese thing is gonna go for me because some of that dairy.
Yeah.
Well, now you know which Miralax to buy, so you should be fine.
I would like to not, but I'm gonna try it out. I haven't eaten cottage cheese in probably 10 years.
I like things
So-
with cottage cheese. Like
Mhm.
What's that?
put things with your cottage cheese, even
Well, I mean, the
fruits
basis
and-
of what I'm seeing is like you make like your dips out of cottage
Mhm.
cheese.
Sure.
Like
Mhm.
you blend it up into nothingness basically and add ranch, hot sauce, whatever. And your base is cottage cheese instead of the high fat sour creams or dips that you buy. You make your dips out of cottage cheese. And I'm like, that I bet I could get behind this.
They do
Greek
make
yogurt.
a lactose-free one of those.
Yogurt, I'm not a yogurt fan, so I'm down with trying the cottage cheese because the yogurt and the um ferment of yogurt,
You don't even taste it though when you mix it for a ranch. My mom does it all the time, and you don't.
I'm sorry, but I taste it.
Mm.
My mom tried that on me too.
You get it?
It's
You get it, Kylie?
I do
It's like
taste it.
spoiled milk.
It's yeah, it's the
Yeah.
whatever makes yogurt taste. It could be your plate
It's cottage
being all
cheese
sugared
that
up. It
makes
could
yogurt.
be it doesn't have it's not the same
It-
process. It's whatever the bacteria is in it, I feel like. Because even if I could do Greek yogurt or I could do just regular yogurt, I just get that back taste.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree, Kylie. Thank you.
I
Because
got you.
yeah, it's yeah, it's the yogurt. It's the gurt for me.
Well, Kylie, what's cooking good looking with you this week?
I went to the grocery store and bought some of the Carb Master bread and tuna packets and some mayo, and that's what I am working on today. Unfortunately, I don't have any recipes coming up. The last thing I did cook though was a keto recipe. It was I think Crystal likes to call it queso soup.
Cheeseburger
Anthony
soup.
liked to call it chorizo soup because I would make it with chorizo for him. But the official name of the recipe is called keto bomb soup, and basically it's just like I use the fajita frozen mix, so it has the peppers, the couple different kinds of peppers and the onions, and then I'll chop that up even smaller while it's still frozen because it's super easy to chop it up that way. A can of Rotel, a pound of hamburger, a brick of cream cheese, and then your uh, beef stock to make it soup. So yeah, instead of beef, like I use chorizo, or you can use turkey, or you could use pork, you could use any ground beef or ground meat, because beef is getting up there again uh per pound. So chorizo, the ones in the little tube, it was pretty cheap. So but yeah, just mix all that together and yeah, it's really good. Lots of people like it.
Love it. Well, let's talk about what we saw on socials.
Probably doesn't necessarily fit on the social media realm, but this is where I'm inserting my topic. I watched the Aaron Rodgers Enigma on Netflix, and it was actually surprisingly good. I was impressed. There's so many things you could dive into, so many different aspects of that series. I would highly recommend everybody watches it and then maybe shares their um, thoughts on it as well. It's 3 episodes. I mean, it's a pretty quick series. I was a little turned off at first, to be honest. Like, I'm just like, my original opinion was here's another celebrity just trying to, like a football player trying to explain himself, like get his, I'm like, he's kind of been a whiny bitch lately, blah, 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 right? Like, he's had some things. But boy, again, like we had talked about previously, when you watch things in a different perspective and you listen and you open your mind up, you find a whole nother world that's out there. And
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers in this Enigma taught me that. Aaron Rodgers is a very, very smart man, like legit genius. Um, his struggles in getting into college ball and then getting into the NFL, like it's all out there. Um, I think I went sideways when I felt like he was doing weird shit, in my opinion, because it's shit that I don't know about.
Mm.
So then I automatically think it's weird shit and just rich, weird, blah, blah shit. But mind blowing and healthy. And boy, it'd be nice if like everybody had access to some of the weird shit Aaron Rodgers got to do to just help himself. I think some of our conversations this last couple weeks have been really tough and about like self-care and mental health and how important it is, and to let the oh shit, I hit my mic, sorry. Let the nonsense go. That's exactly what he was doing. Was trying to find himself and center himself, and we all thought it was just weird shit or him going away to like not be where he was supposed to be when he was supposed to be at practice or at camp or whatever. Um, you forget that these are real people going through real things. And even though there's football stars or tennis stars or celebrities or singers, they also have like mental health struggles that they have to step back from and like regroup and be better. Um, eh, because he's so smart, like I think that has a lot to say about his personality and his like drive to be better. So what we find out is when he won the Super Bowl, like he didn't know what to do with himself after that. Like when you hit pinnacle, who
Mm-hmm.
are you? Who are you after that? Where do you go after that? Like you're the best of the best. You've just won a Super Bowl. How do you make that better and not get down on yourself? Like it was very enlightening. It was very um truth seeking and just kind of mind blowing for me. And it obviously, as I've talked about before, gave me a different perspective on some of the things that I might be judgy about. And it was nice to feel that and have that. And um, he went through some bullshit. It also, again, there's so many different like avenues you could explore in this one docu-series of 3 episodes. Um, but we've talked about in the past media and how media is just a thorn in your side sometimes, like, right? That's where we get our news, that's where we get our information, but it's also so skewed. Um, it stands out that like this local TV news series showed him like not stopping at a fan at the airport and how Aaron Rodgers just walked right by her and she's a cancer patient and all she wanted was her hat signed. Well, come to find out the week prior to that, he stopped and had an hour conversation with this lady and signed all of her shit
Mm.
and she even said on the docuseries, I was really upset with how the news portrayed him in that segment. Was I back there? Did I want another? Yeah, I did, but was I upset that he bypassed me? No, I wasn't. So again, you get a different perspective on how these players and how the pressure of media and
In the
it
media
plays
itself. Yeah.
in your mindset and in your person and who you are. And gosh, I can't even imagine. Like, I struggle figuring out who I am on a regular basis. And I don't have 40 million people looking at me to be,
You might. You
well,
might. You're doing it.
I
You're
don't
doing a
currently.
podcast.
But I don't have all those people like looking at me and saying like what kind of example am I going to set? You have to
Yeah.
think about that all the time. When do you
Yep.
get to and then the minute you decide you want to go on this retreat, which sounds super weird to most people, to get your mindset, everybody wants to judge you for it. Like
Yeah.
it's not fair. It's not
Yeah.
fair that we preach mental health and how important it is, but then we expect certain people to uphold this unrealistic expectation
Yeah.
that they should just play ball.
Yeah.
Um, so
I haven't even
I'm
heard
gonna
of
wrap it
this.
up, but
No, I haven't even heard of this, and I'm so excited to watch it.
yeah,
It sounds
it was
good.
really good. It was enlightening for me. I think a lot of things I'm doing right now are kind of enlightening for me. I'm finding out some things about me and the world. Um, Props to Aaron Rodgers. Like I had some sort of feeling about it and it's completely different. And
I'm
I
serious.
hope
I
you guys
love
watch
that.
it and I hope people can give me feedback and tell me if they feel the same way. I mean, obviously there's going to be some haters and that's okay too. And
Sure.
like I said, I came into it very negatively.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was full of himself. I thought he was the pretty boy that was making a lot of money, that just didn't want to go to football camp. Like,
It's called Enigma. That is
so good.
pretty high level.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
It was really good. And, you know, to be completely honest, some of the things he does is very for lack of better vocabulary coming to my brain currently, different, just very outside the box. Like you put yourself in a hole for days. Like He went to complete darkness for like 12 days.
Oh,
You have nothing to do except think. I There's no damn way. Like I try really hard not to think. So being in complete darkness and all you have is your inner thoughts and then talking yourself out of like it's just
Hmm.
props to him for putting it out there because he definitely put himself out there. And for me, it made him just look completely different in my eyes than I had allowed. And in my defense, I need to research better, but I had allowed the media to put maybe some negative connotation in my head regarding his journey.
April, Kylie, you got anything on Enigma?
I hadn't even heard of it. I just looked it up on Netflix and it just says it was just added to Netflix. So I'll add it to my list.
We'll be watching. April, what do you have for social media this week?
I'm gonna send you guys this video or this news thing on it.
How are you sending it to us?
Text message.
Excelente.
This was on social media this week, of course, you know, here in Kansas with the storms and the ice. So this was taking place in Kansas City, Kansas. This girl
I opened
was
it.
coming off of the off ramp and bailed out of her car.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, here we go.
He bailed
And
off the
so-
passenger. Oh, oh no.
Of course, you know, majority of them is like they need to take her license away, like, you know, that's dangerous. And someone said, you know, that's an example of what you shouldn't be doing. A guy said they didn't teach that when I was in driver's ed.
Me either. Thank you, Mr. Patton.
That's what I was. Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Patton. Of course, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. What else? There was another one that I was dying. You know, luckily she didn't get ran over by her own car or by another car. Oh, that's a whole new meaning to an off ramp.
It's an out ramp.
Oh.
But yeah, it was, yeah, how are you gonna explain that one to your insurance? You know, like you bailed from the car. But yeah, it was just funny. I had to watch over and over again, like, what are you doing? And the fact that her car just went off into the other lane, like, I want to know what happened to her car. Did it get hit? Did it finally come to a stop? But don't
it was in the
ever bail out of your car.
Yeah, think about her running on the same sheet of ice that she was bailing on her car. She's going to be slippery, dippery. Yeah, she's not going to be able to run across. She's going to get hit by a car.
Yeah. So that was my social media straight to the comments.
That's absolutely incredible. I'm
Kansas City.
okay. Kansas
Yeah.
City.
Finest right there.
I mean, I don't know. That's just scary. I don't think I would probably jump out of my car because that's more scary, but
Of all the situations I've ever been in, I've never jumped out of a car. I've set my house on, or I've been in fires twice. Never bailed out of a car. I'm gonna send you my video on TikTok while we still have it for one. But also it's a story that I just couldn't retell. I think you need to look at this girl's face. I think you need to hear her tone and inflection. And it's not like a super long story, but it's not like 30 seconds. So I'm going to send it to you guys on TikTok and I'm going to go to the bathroom.
I had a really bad public interaction with a little person today, and I just feel like I need to get on here and tell you guys before they do, because I'm not getting canceled for this shit. I was at the airport, walking to the terminals. It's a long ass walk to the terminals, okay? I see a little person. They look like they're in a hurry. They look like they're trying to walk as fast as they possibly can, and they're struggling, falling behind the rest of the people. And I looked at them and I thought, damn, if I were them, I would really want to ride on someone's suitcase. Fuck it. I want to ride on people's suitcases, and I'm not even a little person. I'm just fucking lazy. Every time I see someone with a big suitcase, I think, I wish I could ask them if I could just sit on it. Like, I don't know. Sorry if that's weird. Like, I just think it sounds fun, okay? And like I said, I'm lazy, and like whatever. I'm not saying they're lazy. I'm just saying like. So I was like, what the hell? And I basically went up to them and I was like, hey, do you want to ride on my suitcase? I'll take you to your terminal. They got so offended and so mad at me. I was not expecting that reaction. Like, I thought maybe we could make a core memory together. Maybe we could have fun. Maybe we could be friends. Like, sorry you are allergic to fun. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, so I just don't want anybody to say like I was making fun of a little person or like patronizing a little, because like dead ass, I would have ran them to their terminal on my suitcase and we would have been laughing and having a great time. Like, that's how it went in my head before I asked them. In my head, I was picturing it to be like a really fun thing. Anyways, like I said, nothing against little people. I would do anything for a stranger. And I don't even think like, oh, they might take offense to this, because I don't have bad intentions with people, so I just automatically assume like everything's gonna be chill. And I was wrong. So I don't know, if you're a little person and you're watching this, like, is that really that bad? Were they overreacting? Am I a horrible person for asking that? Like, but also, if you're a little person and you ever see me at the airport, don't hesitate to ask to ride my suitcase. Why is that so weird? Like, what's the worst that could happen? Oh no, people are pointing or laughing or staring. Fuck them. Like, literally fuck them. They're all dumbasses. They're all losers. They don't get to ride someone's suitcase. Like, I would literally cuss out anyone for you. Like, if I saw an ugly ass man laughing or recording or staring, I'd be like, what the fuck are you looking at with your receding hairline? Your dick probably doesn't work anymore, and it's probably why your wife fucks her trainer. Turn around. Like, I would have had your back, and you ruined something that could have been great. Anyways.
Wow. You ruined something that could have been fun.
One of my favorite comments was a quote where it's, we could have made a core memory.
That was great.
That stuck out in my brain. She's like, I just wanted to have fun with you.
Yeah. Somebody says,
We
I
would
feel
have been
like-
laughing,
Yeah.
having a good time.
This person
Ruined
says,
it.
I feel like this is friend level little person question, not a stranger in the airport.
Oh,
Or there's one that says, as an LP, if you asked me, I'd be on that suitcase so fast. Airports are our worst nightmare.
yes.
What an
Like,
interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of with the girl. Like,
I
come on, get on my suitcase. Let's go.
I completely understood like her intentions, but we need to understand intention versus impact in this society, and we don't. You can be
In
well
this
intentioned and
society is
still
the
have
key
a
word.
negative impact. This person says, what an interesting mix of inappropriate, well-meaning, and hilarious. Exactly. Like,
So true.
you should have known better, but we don't hate you for trying. And sorry that was the reaction you got.
Yeah.
I was in tears
Yeah.
watching that the other day.
I'm gonna have to watch that again. I was dying laughing. Like,
Bookmark it.
Stick up for you. I would tell them to turn around.
Yeah.
Your wife's cheating on you? Like,
Little dick.
somebody
You and
says,
your
I can't wait
receding
to see their
hairline.
point of view.
Yeah.
Why does this feel like a Michael Scott diary?
Yeah.
Actually, the little person.
She's so authentic. She could have made the whole thing up, and I am buying every single thing she's selling. I think it is a true story. I believe she felt that way. I believe she offered a little person a ride on her fucking luggage, and I was here for it. I'm like, oh, you sweet girl. That's so out of line. That's so out of pocket.
She really just wanted him to take a ride.
They were struggling, she said.
Yeah. You're so real, the world doesn't deserve you. That's a good one. We listen and we don't judge.
Girl, K-Star, come on. You knew
That's a
better.
good one.
Have you watched any of her other videos?
Mm-mm.
I just got on and she does a podcast.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Well,
I
we
was,
love her.
well, we don't want to
Yeah.
send people her way. We're
Yeah.
good.
because I was curious. I was gonna friend her and ask her if that really happened. But yeah, I'm just looking at through her videos. She does a podcast as well. So we'll have to listen.
What you got, Kylie?
There was this she was a TikTok creator, teacher, like she did a lot of educational stuff. Her name was Dora Muno Nyambe, but she died on Christmas at the age of 32. Um, but she was somebody who had a school built in Zambia, which is a very, um, you know, very rural country, a very poverty stricken country. But she dedicated her whole 32 years of her life to helping less fortunate. Her mom was South African, her dad was from Zambia, but I had seen it and was just hoping for an update really because it's just like a mystery. She didn't have any kids of her own. She like had adopted 13 kids though. But was just lived her life for the children in that school. She was at the school from 11 o'clock the night before she had died, like helping students. Never complained that she wasn't feeling well or that she was sick. But had woke after she went home, woke up at 2 in the morning and drove herself to like the nearest hospital, I think was like 15 kilometers or something. She drove herself to and had passed away by 4. Um, the only thing I'm finding is just she had very low blood pressure. There's like literally no reason or no cause or anything, so it's just very mysterious. But um just knowing I guess somebody who dedicated their life to teaching and educating the, misfortuned in life and trying to help them and be that positive light for them. Just kind of brought up who was your favorite teacher? Do you have anybody that was like that for you that like was everybody kind of remembers most of their teachers, but there's always that one that either just got you or um totally changed your mind about something and changed how you thought about things or whatever. So um that was just kind of a follow-up question, like who was your most memorable or influential teacher growing up? I know mine was, um, I'll just have to say it was Mr. Bachelor with band. That was when I first started band. It was just, it didn't even matter what you sounded like or whatever. You were just doing great. Just stay in time with everybody and let's just keep moving along. And he just always had such a great attitude about things. Very motivating. I was in a lot of band competitions and stuff I probably wouldn't have been in if he hadn't recommended or say, you are good enough to be in this competition. So band was always a huge part of my life from I think it was 6th grade when they offered band, and then all through high school. So I know he was really wanting me to go to college, but I didn't want to go to college, so there was none of that. But yeah, there was a lot of great memories in band, a lot of great band trips, competitions. Yeah, it was just great. So I know that was a teacher that I'll always remember is Mr. B.
Love that.
Hmm.
You got one, Megan?
The one that sticks out the most for me is Mrs. Sextro. And I believe
Mhm.
that was fifth grade for me. And I
Yay.
think it's mostly just because of moving and new school, new environment. She just made me feel comfortable in my skin and didn't make me feel like awkward, I guess. I really don't know why I feel so strongly, but honestly, like every time I think about my elementary school days, it's her name that comes
She
to
was a
my
great teacher. We were in that same class.
yeah, comes to my brain. I remember being accused of cutting somebody's hair, and I was just like, I didn't do that. Like I wouldn't do that. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe it was an accident on my end and I didn't know it, or they accidentally cut their own hair, or they purposely cut their own hair. But I was like, and she just advocated for me. She's like, I get it. She's like, something happened. It's not a big deal. And I was just like, but it wasn't me. So I felt good that she advocated for me because I was adamant that like I didn't do it. And if I did it, it wasn't on purpose. Like it was an accident that, so yeah.
I love that. April?
Miss Partridge. I just
I
loved Miss Partridge.
do.
Yes.
Just and I still have the apple that she gave me at Christmas, that she gave all the students every Christmas, a red
Yes.
apple with their name on it. And I still have it. I hang it on my Christmas tree now. My mom had it, but of course she gave it to me. I don't know how many years ago, but I just loved her bubbly, uh, I don't know, personality,
It's a good
demeanor,
one.
just the way yeah, always happy and vibrant. And yeah, I really loved her. She's the one that sticks out the most for me.
I love that. I was actually in her class. She had just been given the uh, full-time job on the day that I came and toured the school and enrolled.
Yeah.
And so she was my teacher, and I would love to throw her in this answer, but I actually immediately went to three teachers, which I kind of chuckled inside when Kylie's like, there's always that one. I honestly would have to say it's the three music teachers that had the biggest impact on my life, which is sort of ironic because I don't do anything musical in my life. But in Kansas City, I had a music teacher. Her name was Cheryl Mosley, and she believed in every single thing that she put in front of me. She believed I could do it. She had me go with her to do some acting and singing at another production that wasn't even involved with my school. She highly encouraged me to try out for Kansas City, Kansas Honor Orchestra and Honor Band. And I knew I was very strong in orchestra. I played the cello and I made it. I tried out for the Honor Band on a whim and couldn't believe that I made it. But I was the only kid in the Kansas City, Kansas school district that year that was both an honor orchestra and an honor band. So when we would have a show together and we would flip flop back and forth, they would have to wait for me to put my cello down, walk over to the band, pick up my trumpet, and then go back to my cello. I'll never forget that. And then I moved to Wamigo, and Miss Chris Day was our music teacher at West Elementary School. And that woman, I remember singing Phantom of the Opera with her. Like no other kids in Wamigo, Kansas, and I don't mean this to, nobody else had gone to see Phantom of the Opera. So the fact that I had gone and I was singing the songs, like I remember singing with her. She had me bring my cello in one time, and like I did a whole last presentation in front of the whole school and like showed them my cello, and I played my cello for them. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I did it, you know. She was fantastic. And then, you know, once you get out of that elementary school range, you get Mr. Philbrook. And even if you weren't a choir kid and you knew Mr. Philbrook,
Yep.
you know that he was the coolest guy and the nicest guy. And he was so different from every other teacher in the faculty. I mean, even Mr. Batchelor wore like a button down and a tie, you know, like even Mr. Batchelor looked the part, and Mr. Philbrook with his long curly red hair. And I remember my, first of all, my 8th grade year when my mom's mom passed away, my mom hit him up and he coached Missy and I on how to sing the old rugged cross at my grandmother's funeral. And he didn't have to do that. More importantly, when I came back from after my mom passed away, our senior year, I was only taking choir for the first semester. I don't know why, but I wasn't taking it the whole year. And the Christmas show was like my last chance to perform. And there was a solo that I was not brave enough to try out for in front of the whole choir, which is crazy because I'm pretty fucking brave. I always have been. But I asked him like after class one day, I was like, I know you gave the solo to William Killian, but I really want to sing it. And he's like, sing it. And I sang it. And he's like, it's yours. I'll talk to William. And I sang it. I sang it at our show. I had the, you know, maroon dress and the Doc Martens, and someone had to help me up. I'm on the top riser. Someone had to help me up on the stage for me to sing this solo. And, you know, I get out the first few words and I'm looking at Mr. Philbrook, and all he did was, you know, give me more. You know, he gave me this, give me more. And I just went, and he was like, yeah. And that, I'll never forget that. You know, I'll never,
He was great.
he was great. I think, you know, we talked about karaoke a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I never hit a flat note, girl, because I'm channeling my inner Mr. Philbrook. Like, I know what he wants me to do. I know when he wants me to belt. I know when he wants me to shush. But yeah, the music teachers in my life had a huge impact on me.
I would have to admit, Philbrook was top 3 in mine as well.
And you're
I was
right, you didn't have to be in
confidence-wise.
his class. You didn't have to take choir. You
Yeah.
you knew who he
Very
was.
true.
He
But
loved, he
even in
loved the kid.
choir, he would give the quiet girl that thought she might want something, like help girl out, right?
Yeah.
Loved him.
I was going to tell you guys that I actually saw Mrs. Day, but yeah, she's still chipper, just like she was back then,
Loved
and
her.
happy. And yeah, they're such good people.
Yeah.
Kylie, thank you so much for sharing that story and bringing out this topic.
Yes.
That's just so good.
Teachers don't get enough appreciation.
Next thing is the life card, and then we're
Yeah.
done. Do you remember that I sent a picture of this card?
No.
I did, and then I tried to find it and I couldn't. So
Okay.
here we go.
We're just gonna spring it on you.
Yes.
How did your family spend time together when you were young?
I remember traveling to Indiana a lot to see my grandmother. There's so many funny stories about it, but back in the day, like hotels, you could go just like one person. So like my mom would like hide us in the car. Like I would have to like lay down on the floorboard because it was like per person that they would charge instead of like per room, like Motel 6. I just have vivid memories of driving from Kansas to Indiana and having to sleep on the floorboard or lay on the floorboard when we would pull into a motel or a hotel and then sneak into the hotel. Um, but yeah, lots of trips to Indiana to see my grandmother, which was always a lot of fun. I loved going there. Those are my memories.
It's great.
Yeah.
My family, we always had a vacation every year. We at least one vacation, and it usually was skiing. Every February, we would go to Colorado and go skiing, and I hated it. Fucking hated it. It was the worst thing ever. I actually took my mother out one day while we were on the mountain because I couldn't get stopped on my skis. And yeah, I took her out and but just traveling in the car, driving a lot. And yeah, just those kind of memories. And they're good. Good memories. At the time they sucked, but now looking back, they were good times. But yeah, we always had at least one or two vacations a year that we did.
Do you feel like you're a skier? Like, can you ski? Like, I've
I
never skied in
haven't
my
done
life.
it in years, but I mean, I could when I was younger.
Yeah?
But yeah, I fucking hated it. It was the worst thing ever. I was like, really? Why can't we go somewhere else? Why do we
Were
gotta go
you wishing you were
skiing?
like on a beach somewhere and not in the
Yeah.
mountains?
Yeah. And then I was really excited when they came up with Padre. And went to Padre that one year for our vacation. I was like, okay, now we're getting better. We're working this. I can do these vacations. But this is when we started getting the bulldogs. And my mom likes to feed the bulldogs everything. So our trip to Padre, the first thing we do is we stop at McDonald's because we have to get breakfast. And of course, we have to get this goddamn dog, Bentley, a sausage, egg, McMuffin. Okay. Dog has to eat what we're eating. So she feeds Bentley this damn McMuffin. And I'm not even joking. We don't even get to damn Topeka. And Nikki and I, our heads are out the window. You see, it's just gas in the back of this vehicle. I mean, it was awful. My eyes are watering just thinking about it right now. Like, that's how bad it was. But yeah, it good see, looking back at it, laughing now, but at the time I was pissed. And I was like, we still have how many hours of this, and that's when we went to Mexico and went to the pharmacy and you can barter and get whatever. And I got Valium and Bentley got a Valium on the way back home.
Was he a
Yeah,
little
Always
anxious
good.
or
Nikki
what?
and I planned that. We were
Always good.
we were at the condo and I was like, I ain't doing another 12 or 14 fucking hours of this bulldog farting and shitting in the back and panting. I'm just not, and slobbering all over me. She's like, I know. And I was like, I'm gonna give him a Valium. And she's like, are you gonna give him a full one? I was like, I don't know. You think I should? Like, I don't know if I have one. I mean, he's a big boy. Like, I want to make sure this happens. And yeah, I ended up giving a full one. And
It worked.
he slept for a long time.
Worked enough.
My dad thanked me. My sister and I ended up telling him later, and he's like, thank you. I was like, I couldn't fucking do it. And my mom's like, oh, he's such a good boy. Look at him. Yeah, he is.
Best boy.
He's a great boy.
Oh shit.
So yeah, good times, good family memories.
Yeah.
But my parents always made sure that my sister and I had those and that it was important to have those memories.
I remember my family spending a lot of time at my Aunt Barb's house. When we were still in Kansas City, we spent a lot of time over there just because, but also like she threw some really great parties. I remember a family reunion there, but I remember even young enough back to when my parents were still together and being there. Um, Definitely loved hanging out with my cousins. I was the youngest of everybody, but I was forward enough that I never let myself get left out. Like, and my cousins were nice to me and included me, and I just remember having a lot of fun anytime and every time we were at Aunt Barb's house.
For me, I feel like it's kind of the same, just the going back home to grandma's and my mom's uh side. My grandparents lived on a farm. Her sisters and brother lived there, so did their kids. So we always had our cousins. There was always somebody was fostering somebody, so there was always extra kids. And just being able to run around on a farm, and they had a bait shop, so we'd help with the bait shop and feeding chickens and cleaning out the minnow tank, and just I don't know. It was just a lot of fun being able to I don't know, just run around. I think there was a three-wheeler at one time. We'd ride around in the fields, and sometimes we just take off walking up to the railroad tracks or whatnot. So it was like pretty much once we were there, it was just like free range. It was just we'd come back inside to eat, you know, whatever holiday or event thing was going on, and um yeah, so those are probably the best ones.
Love it.
I think honestly, part of the reason I remember my grandmother's house so much is for kind of the same reason. Like, I got to just go away. Like, she lived in a small little town, LaPel, Indiana. I told you guys before about the knives in the basement and the
Mhm.
cemetery across the street. Like, I could just walk that town. Like, I just had my own getaway. So those were always like maybe core memories for me because I could just be alone or be out and like not back home or dealing with whatever. Like I was just at Mama's. I got to just do whatever I wanted to do, like, and walk around and just come back and go to bed. Like, it's kind of wild to think about.
How big was the town?
Oh, I'm telling you, like blocks. Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like we would go to the pizza parlor, we would go to the candy shop, we would go to the cemetery, the sand plant that my grandparents owned, like that was it. Like a 4 block radius.
In that order.
Like you pretty much.
Well, she left out the basement and the knife collection, so
Yeah.
Did you take your knives to the pizza parlor?
or the
No,
sand
the
plant.
knives never left the basement. The knives were very well displayed in the basement and they never left the basement. Such a good collection. I wonder
So,
whatever happened to them.
I was gonna ask what happened.
Oh, it got sold,
Yeah.
or it's in your Uncle Craig's basement or
Which
something.
means it got sold
Okay, it's sold.
because he's passed.
Oh,
My cousin Vanessa might have some, but yeah, no, they're probably all gone. But yeah, no, it's like a 4 block radius. When we would go in the summer, there was a little pool that we would go to. Like it was just, it's very familiar and very like, even though Wamego and Manhattan were small town, I mean, we weren't Chicago, right? Like it was small town. LaPel was small town. and we would just go and I would just wander. I felt like I was just a wanderer. I was always by myself, always doing my own thing, which was fun for me at the time.
The lone wolf.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, that's gonna wrap it up.
Good talk, ladies.
Yep.
It was a good talk.
We got to do it. All right, that was it.
Can you see my eyes floating? They're yellow.
We'll see you next time.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep. Bye.
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 That's a wrap for today's episode of the Mac Besties podcast. We hope you laughed, learned, and felt a little closer to your besties. Remember, life is better when shared with friends. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And hey, send us an email or leave us a review. It helps more women like you join the conversation. Until next time, stay true, stay bold, and stay connected. See you soon.